Have you ever drawn a channel and asked yourself, is it even valid? Most traders are drawing channels wrong, 2 lines, 2 touches. It isn't a channel. And in this video, I want to show you what is. My name is Aaron, and over the past 2 years, I've been trading the NASDAQ specifically. And in the first 4 months of 2026 alone, I've made over $40,000 in prop firm payments using the exact concepts I'm going to show you in this video. You'll know exactly what a real channel is, and the 2 actually worth taking, and how to call those moves before everyone else. So what actually counts as a channel? Most people define a channel as 2 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom, but this actually isn't the full definition of a channel. When we talk about a channel, there's 3 components that we must understand to be consistent and profitable on that particular structure. The first thing is the top zone. So we'll get the touches on the top, the bottom zone, which is another area of definition, and then we'll get the middle area, which is what we call the anchor. So the anchor runs to the middle of the channel, and this is actually another piece of confluence to help us understand what price action is doing within that actual channel.
Layers! Onions have layers.
The more touches that we can create on the top and the bottom of a channel, the more resistance and the stronger that channel becomes, which really is just a liquidity area that we're building to then make a larger move in the market. So from a higher level, the market is using this channel or this algorithm to build liquidity to then break out of that area to move in one direction or the other. When a channel has all the following: a pristine structure, multiple touches on the tops and bottoms, and no body breaks below or above the channel trend lines, this is what I refer to a clean channel. Now I'll show you an example of this in a little bit, because this is a great channel to take if you are beginning in the market. A bonus pattern worth watching for is the one price breakout. So if we break out of a clean channel, we then retest the either top or the bottom based on where we broke out. We then reject that area to then push in the continuated area of a break. That is a great play on the market to take to be profitable. Let's go ahead and switch over to the charts, and I'll show you an example or 2 of a clean channel. So right here on the charts, this is just from the other day. I'm going to draw this channel here, and you can see that I have several touches on the wicks, but there's no bodies that are actually closing below this channel, which to me is a sign of a clean channel. So this would be a clean channel. Actually, let's kind of clean this up a little bit to the downside so this body's not below. We do have a couple touches here. You might say, hey, this isn't lining up perfectly. We're not worried about it lining up perfectly. We just want it to make sure that it's touching, so we know kind of where the direction is. Once we break out, you'll see there's this red candle here. We push up, we push out, but the second candle here is the green one. You can see we actually retest inside of this channel, but then we actually use that as support to then push up. So that's one example of a channel. Let's go ahead and remove that, and I want to show you another one. So here's another one. Again, I'm just kind of doing this in real time here, and you can see this is our channel right here. So I'm going to kind of clean this up, make sure this makes sense. So we have all our touches right there. So this would be our channel, and you can see that there's no bodies that are outside of this channel, but we do have the same thing where we have this candle that's red here. We then kind of have this candle right here at the 15-20 time frame that then comes up, and then it's a retest. But you'll notice that we don't continue down, right? We're not getting a lower low on this situation. We actually don't even get below here, and I'll talk about that on another video. But this is just a really good example of a channel being broken, but then we actually get the continuation here to the upside, and I'm going to talk about that on the next channel type. Now here's the channel type that confuses everyone. It's not clean. This is what I call the dirty channel. So the dirty channel actually has price that closes outside of the channel, but then it uses that price action as a magnet to then push back in to the channel, and then it maintains the channel structure again with resistance and support within that channel. Now, the key thing here to note that is once we break that channel a second time and close below or above that channel a second time, it becomes invalid. So knowing that we have a price action where we create a top and a bottom with resistance and support, we close out of that area, that would be considered still valid. as long as we push back into that channel the first time. Now, if we do it again, where we close outside of that channel and we try to push back in, that is at the point where I would consider that a invalid channel, and it's no more a dirty channel. Let's go ahead and just check out a real life situation with a dirty channel. I think the more you actually see this in real time, the better and more it makes sense. Me talking through it really doesn't help too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over here. And so this would be what I would identify as a dirty channel. So here I'll actually create my top channel, and then I would actually create my bottom channel. Now what you can see here is that we do break below, and I feel really confident about this channel because I have a really nice bottom support here. We have a double touch here at the top of this channel. We then come down to break out of this area, but you'll notice that this is on the 2-minute chart, but you'll notice that after just 2 candles, we then find it almost as a magnet where we come back up. Now, one thing I want you to be aware of here, and I'm just going to kind of zoom in to show you this, is this area right here, this candle and this candle. These are retest candles. So the fact that we actually retested, and then on this candle, we actually broke above that area to then push back in to this channel, that is a strong sign. And this is what you have to learn, right? Learning the price structure and the price action to understand what are we doing. So in this situation, we break below, we then come back up, we touch and retest the bottom of this channel. But on this candle here at 1506, what we do is we push above that high, the previous candle high, to then push back into the channel. And at this point, we're still respectable as a channel. I would just consider this a dirty channel. So to recap, the main things that we need to understand when it comes to channels is that there are 2 types. There is a clean channel, which is super simple, very easy to read based on the price action. And then there's also more of a trickier version called the dirty channel, which then we break out. And what we really need to look at when we do break out of those channels is, can we get back into the channel after a retest of the area? So if we retest the bottom of a channel, can we actually break above that bottom channel to then get back into that channel to make it valid again, which would be then a dirty channel? Or are we going to reject that area to the downside, which would then be a clean entry for a short? So those are things that we really need to understand. If this video was helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope to see you in the next video.